A little background on my piece. I was in the Army for many years and actually went to Iraq the last part of my military career, and I was a sergeant in a civil affairs unit. And what that means is we basically would help people in the community. So I was outside the wire almost every day of my tour in Iraq, just kind of going to the local areas to help civilians for whatever reason, whether it be build a school, work on a water plant, or just talk to civilians about issues they had with American soldiers. And so part of what I did was I would go out and actually, observe the world around me. And this piece is about that. It's about kind of what I observed, and of all the blur and kind of haze of warfare, certain details just kind of stick to you. And this is one of those details that has stuck with me for a very long time. It is called The Little Girl of Al-Sarrah. Missions came and went. Some were action-packed with small arms firing IEDs, but most were mundane and routine with only sweat and fatigue. Sometimes we would chat with a government minister, sheik, or local shop owner to discuss problems or projects. Others to visit schools. On a hot day in August, we briefly stopped in a little village of Al-Sarrah, south of Camp Spiker. I couldn't tell you why we stopped. It's of little importance anymore. Only a detail stands out from this stop of thousands of others over the tour I spent in Iraq. Yet this detail finds its way into my dreams today. It wasn't a violent event, yet it was tragic. I didn't know it then, but it has followed me. Youth has the ability to tune out pain and suffering. She was young, maybe 6 or 8 at most. She wore what must have been once a beautiful little dress that was now worn and tattered. The years had been unkind to the dress and the people here. The men were worn with wrinkles and scars, and the women aged beyond their years. Yet, this little girl was different. Past a weathered dress and a body covered in filthy dirt that covered everything in Iraq was a normal little girl with a beautiful wide smile and dark flowing hair. It caught me off guard as we waited outside, keeping an eye on our trucks and equipment, making sure no one stole anything or planted a grenade in it. She waved and smiled with her tiny soot-stained hand. She didn't beg or pilfer around like most children. She stood there, taking me in, wondering what kind of alien I must be with this funny clothing and light skin. All the odd equipment strapped to me, the blue Garmin, the bayonet, the first aid pack, radios, the bulky ammo. The scene seemed funny, though, since I was as dirty as she. I offered her a piece of MRE candy, which she slowly and cautiously accepted. She smiled even more after she tasted the sugar. I gave her a quarter, something shiny and pretty for this little girl who looked like she had very little. She looked at it over and over with her bright, dark eyes, looking at me every so often. The soldiers emerged from what was probably her parents' or relatives' mud house. We loaded up, checked ammo, checked weapons, water, and continued on our way. I remember looking in the rearview mirror and seeing her wave frantically as we drove off, leaving a cloud of dust covering the whole area. I don't know her name and sadly never will. I saw her only one time. We never went back to the small village, yet her memory haunts me often. I can't decide if I am sad or happy. I wonder if she remembers me after all these years. Does she still smile at U.S. soldiers or at all? Has she grown fast beyond her years like so many women in Iraq? Time and strife destroys youth like a hungry jackal. Is she even still alive? In the confusion of war, little girls get lost so easily. But she is not lost in my mind. I still see the little girl with a dirty, torn, and tattered dress with dirt caked on her body. Under all this, she is just a little girl with a bright smile and dark hair like my own Abigail. Thank you.
Veterans Coming Home is made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by members of Nashville Public Television.